The Olympics were great, probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It was only the beginning of our journey. I've always felt that by knowing where you've been, you can get a better understanding of where you are and where you're going. China's past is my past, and I wanted to learn and experience as much as I could. The Forbidden City was our first stop among many historic sites we plan to visit during our stay in China. When exploring your past, it helps to have someone knowledgeable about such things. Our tour guide, Shang Fei, or Jeffrey, served as our resident expert. The Forbidden City, now known as the Palace Museum, was built during the Ming Dynasty nearly 600 years ago. Until the beginning of the 20th century, the palace served as the imperial court during the Ming and Qing dynasties. During this time, ordinary citizens were not allowed to enter and were often executed if they did so. Hence the name Forbidden City.
Yeah, and through this gate we'll bring lucky to you. Let's go.
It covers nearly 180 acres. Its design was intended to achieve balance and harmony. And Jeffrey points out the many subtle ways in which everything you see was built for this purpose. And the more he explained, the more I began to understand. China has an incredibly deep cultural heritage, one I couldn't possibly do justice during my short stay. It would be like asking your parents to describe their parents in less than 30 seconds. I decided it was better not to understand, but instead to simply appreciate the Chinese for who they are and try not to trip over those preconceptions we all have a way of doing when visiting in a country other than our own. Maybe then we will both be the better for whatever it is I take away from here. Next up, one of the truly great wonders of the world.
Start. It's the Bohai Sea, and from the sea we began to build the wall straight to the west until to Gansu province, Jiayu Pass, from Shanghai Pass to Jiayu Pass.
A portion of the wall constructed during the Ming Dynasty from Shanghai Pass in the east to Jiayu Pass in the west stretches about 6,000 kilometers, or a little over 3,700 miles.
So it would take 10 years to traverse the entire length of the wall. I can't even make it 100 feet.
When I arrived at the wall, I immediately realized that I underestimated what it meant to climb the Great Wall. Turns out there's a cable car you can take to a different part of the wall. But I'm glad I climbed the wall on my own. I earned this view.
What I really want, should I always find? What I really want, should I always find? 我冲过了阻碍，飞向来到云端，谁在欢唱着云上的日子？
I recommend for anyone that wants to visit China to start in Beijing. And while you're there, make sure to also visit the Summer Palace and the Temple of Heaven.